In our work here at Quantum Clinic, we often see themes emerge in the stories and experiences of our clients, both in terms of the truly remarkable outcomes and healing that we are privileged to witness, but also in the commonalities that tend to disrupt our practice of coherence in our daily lives. So today, I'd like to share a little bit more about the three most common factors affecting our experience of harmony. The first is traumatic life experience. Trauma comes in all shapes and sizes. It's most often associated with adversity in childhood. For example, maybe you had a neglectful or emotionally volatile parent and are working to develop a more loving and compassionate inner voice. But trauma can also be the result of more subtle or chronic experiences, like not feeling valued or not receiving effective attunement when you were young. Something to remember is that a trauma response is often involuntary at first. That is, until we create the conditions for our own self-healing and learn new skills and experiences to cope with those realities. But trauma is not always limited to our experience in childhood. Which brings me to the second most common issue that people grapple with: interpersonal conflict. Relationship issues, be they with family members, friends, or significant others. Difficult relationships take up an enormous amount of mental energy and frequently prevent us from embodying our vitality and joy. While we don't often have the ability to change another person's behavior towards us, sometimes having a space to practice forgiveness, compassion, and acceptance of both ourselves and others is an incredibly valuable gift, and one of the reasons that people benefit so deeply from this work. The last, and perhaps most difficult factor contributing to this inner discord is often coined as a lack of insight into our own patterns. Another way to say this is we just don't know what we don't know. Often, we're just not fully aware of how our own ways of being and relating cause us to re-experience trauma, or to create conflict in our relationships, or to carry around unnecessary emotional burdens. Learning to recognize these patterns inside of ourselves is one of the most enduring and important aspects of any self-healing journey. In fact, a central tenet of almost all therapeutic practice is to support one another in the development of greater awareness and insight into our own self. The great news is that insight is actually the natural product of authentic presence, self-acceptance, and self-love, which ultimately is what coherence is all about. True healing is not only possible, it's inevitable when you're empowered with the skills and space to tune in and connect with the innate intelligence of your own heart.